Good morning, Mustangs. Sorry I'm a little late posting this. I had to take my co-teacher in to get shots this morning. So let's go over what I want you to do today and then the extension for this week. I apologize for not posting it sooner, but I kind of wanted you to get an idea of what the work was going to look like, I think, more than anything. So this is just something extra if you are interested in terms of when we talk about an extension. Okay, so this for today is March 26th. We're going to be looking at this assignment. It's called Essential Immigration. Let's look at it all the way, actually. Immigration helps Utah Territory grow. So it says you're going to use the hyperdoc below, this guy, to help you learn about how important immigration was to the Utah Territory and to helping the Utah Territory grow. So this is looking at immigrants who worked on the railroad, immigrants working in mining. The most important thing you need to know from this whole unit as we look at territory and growth is realizing that suddenly Utah is not just full of these Mormons who have left the East, but now we're starting to see new groups of people coming in and what they add to the discussion about who is living in Utah. So this is the video to help you with your instructions. And this is the last assignment for this week. So today is the last thing. So it's just 3 things. Tomorrow we'll do a quizzes review. So you'll do that on your own. I'll post it tonight probably. And then tomorrow morning, I'll post your assessment, which is going to have a lot of questions about the railroad, mining, and immigration. So it's all 3 parts. So keep that in mind. Again, I think you guys have been doing really awesome considering everything that's happened, and all of the work that you've done has been great. So good job. And if you have any questions, please let me know as soon as you can. I get my email on my phone, so I try to answer as quickly as possible, and I'll help work you through it as much as I can. I know we are talking about setting up a schedule for each class to meet if you are interested. I was going to send out a Google form, but I'm kind of waiting to see how some other things shake out. So next week, I probably will have a chance to get together with you if you're interested. Okay, so let's jump right in. Here's the hyperdoc you're working on today. It's called Immigration. This first question says it took an army of workers to lay down all those miles of track, and it talks a little bit about it. So it said, where did most of the railroad workers for Union Pacific and Central Pacific come from? That's going to be in this first paragraph. So then it says, in this famous photograph of the joining of the rails at Promontory, which is Promontory, Utah, the many Chinese workers there were not allowed to be a part of the photograph. Why do you think this was the case? I want a full sentence. Why isn't there any immigrants involved in this image, specifically Chinese immigrants? They may have had a few Irish immigrants in there, but they don't have any Chinese. So I want to know why that is. The next 2 questions come from this paragraph. It talks about immigrants from Britain and from the Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian countries would be Norway, Sweden, Finland, those countries. So it talks about those things. Any of these words in blue, I think that's the first one you're going to see. Any of these words in blue are vocabulary words. So you can click on it and it's going to give you a definition of that word. So the definition of the word smelt means to fuse or melt ore in order to separate the metal. So to obtain metal by melting it. That's pretty much what it means. So they're giving you those vocabulary words to help you be more successful. So question 3 and 4 come from this paragraph right here. Question 5. So this question here is going to come from this paragraph. Question 6 is going to come from this paragraph. So those are those first 6 questions for you. Here's a quick video, and then you're going to use this video and the website below to learn about immigration in the United States. So here's the video. It's a YouTuber. And then here's this Scholastic website. So you're going to click on it. And it teaches you about immigration data to the United States. And it talks about by region, by decade, by 50-year periods. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on here you can look at. There's some questions. So there's all kinds of stuff. You can also click up here and meet young immigrants. And this tells you about some of the people who are coming over to the United States, and it gives you some names here. So when you get down to these questions down here, sorry about the red box, it's driving me crazy. From 1820 to 2010, which three countries had the highest number of immigrants come to the United States? You're going to find that data here, immigration data. So when you pull up this chart, so it says by decade. So which three countries had the highest number of immigrants? Ooh, let's see. So if we look here by region, well, Europe. Looks like Europe, North and South America, and Asia. So that's where the majority of those immigrants are coming from. Okay, so then if we go to the next question, at one point in history, the greatest number of immigrants to the US came from Europe. Look at the data to figure out which decade that changed. So again, you're going to be looking at by decade. And then from 2000 to 2010, which continent or region did the most people come from? Which country did from which country did the most immigrants come from? Click on the decade tab. So you're going to stay on the decade tab here. Okay, so kind of play around with that, answer those questions on there, and then you're going to go to the Meet Young Immigrants part of this, and you can click on that link there, and it sends you to this page on there to make it easier for you, which is pretty awesome. You're going to choose 2 immigrants to write about. So that's it. You're going to turn that guy in at the end of whenever you're finished. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. After you're finished with that, and if you don't have any other classwork you want to do, and you are interested in bulking up your knowledge about these 3 things, about the Transcontinental Railroad, mining, and immigration, there is a choice board here for you if you are interested. On the choice board, there's some mining games. There's stuff about immigrants, stuff about the railroad. So it's just reinforcing the stuff we've talked about this week. But this can get you ready for your test if you're interested. So your assessment. Okay, so feel free to work on that as well if you would like. This is an extension, so this is not an essential thing. These are essential. These 3 things need to get done before your test tomorrow. Okay, that's about all I have. If you have any other questions, or if you have any issues that are coming up or you want to talk about, feel free to, again, give me an email. We can set up a time for you to work with me one-on-one using Google Meet or Zoom, whatever we need to do to make that happen. So feel free to reach out, and we'll see if we can work that out. So have a good afternoon. If you have any questions, give me an email. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Mustangs.